Oh, you have a background now. I like that. I like the background. That's cool. All right, everybody's going to slowly start jumping in. I'm going to run and grab some water before we start. Joyce, you better not be driving. Linda, what's going on? Hi, Maria. Sean, Kim, Dave, Amber. Everybody's slowly starting to jump on, so give it a minute, guys. I'm going to run and grab some water real quick, so somebody say a joke if you got one.
Who's going to tell a joke?
Nobody. Everybody's afraid to. All right, I'm back.
Tell a joke.
So, there's still people that I'm admitting into the room here, so give it a sec. Brian, what's going on, man? Trying to get everybody into the call. Lots of peeps. Lots of peeps.
Joke, Felipe.
Love it. Here comes Rhonda. There's Chris. There's Ellen, Tammy. Linda, I like your beanie. All right, guys. So good afternoon and welcome. It's our first meeting for the year 2021. We got a lot of exciting stuff to cover today. A lot of good information and new information about some forms and things like that we want to cover. The most important part is I got 5 action steps that I want everybody to focus on, take note, because it's things that we need to do right now. And I'll give somebody $100 if they can tell me what step number 1 is going to be. Nobody knows it. And I know somebody's probably thinking, oh, it's set your goals and this and that. No, it's not number 1.
Write 2 personal notes.
Good guess, but no, that's not going to be the action step. So it's going to be something that you're not expecting. So I'm glad everybody's on the call and people are still jumping in. But we're going to get started anyways. Wanted to start off first things first. I want to say congratulations and great job. I mean, we have kicked off 2021 with a bang. I know Denise is out and about right now. I don't think she's on the call. But kudos to Richard Hainline and Denise Vasquez. So Richard had his listing that went live that he was pitching last week that was coming soon. Got multiple offers that weekend. So nothing new, right? We've all been experiencing this and facing this. And out of all of those offers, Denise Vasquez from our office ended up representing the buyers. So we got a double deal in-house using our escrow and everything. So congratulations to those guys. But the reason I bring this up is because, you know, there's one key thing that separated Denise other than the fact that he knew who she was. There's one key thing that she did that none of the other, I want to say 8 or 9 offers had. And it's shocking to me, but none of the other offers had a full DU approval for their buyer. Not one. Okay, so it goes without saying, there's absolutely no reason in today's market that you should be representing a buyer that does not have a full DU approval. It's imperative. So I did want to start off with Sean. We got Gravity Mortgage in the house, so Sean's here. I want him to fill us in on what the rates are doing right now, but most importantly, we need to talk about the DU approval and what that means, especially if you're a newer agent. Take note. So Sean, welcome to the first meeting of 2021.
Hey guys, how are you, man? Happy 2021. Let's hope it's better, way better. It has to be, right? It has to be better than 2020. And if it starts off that it's not, then just make it that way, right, Felipe? You just got to make it happen. So keep that positive attitude. So yes, so DUs, desktop underwriters. It also can be referred to as DO or LP, which is just a different system, but it's basically the same thing. So the downside to DU is, we'll get that out of the way, it's only as good as the information that you put into it. But here's the factor. This is why it's important for your offers, is because if they have that DU, if the agent provides it with the offer, or if you provide it with your offer, what that tells the other agent, or what it should tell them, is this person is serious. This person has gone through the motions. We have a pre-approval, not just a pre-qualification. So can anybody tell me what the difference between a pre-qual and a pre-approval is? Crickets. All right. So
See a lot of people on mute too. So if you want to say it, speak up.
A pre-qual letter is nothing. I could type that up for you guys. It means nothing.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So basically a pre-qualification is a conversation that a lender has had with a potential borrower. Okay, that's it. It's just a conversation. Well, as you guys know, I mean, you can tell them anything. You could tell somebody anything and they're going to believe it. So pre-approval though, pre-approval means we have documentation. We've actually pulled a credit report. We've actually received some income documents, asset documents, those types of things. And we've come up with a figure and we've submitted it to one of these systems. So that is super, super important, guys. My advice would be make this part of your practice when you do offers, where a few years ago it was, oh, I'm going to get that, that nice letter that, we don't send anymore, with a picture of the family and everything like that. No, that just plays upon emotions. Here's the real world fact, the DU. The DU is going to show that these people are serious and that they've actually submitted documentation. So the other thing that we add here at Gravity, if you don't mind, Felipe, is along with that DU and a pre-approval letter, my contact information is on that pre-approval letter, and then I will send you a text message, as I've done with multiple agents here on the call. I have no problem whatsoever talking to that listing agent when you are submitting that offer. As a matter of fact, I prefer to do that. I think, just me personally, I think it makes your offer stronger when that lender is willing to take 5-10 minutes and talk to the listing agent. We are bound by certain things that we can and can't say, but we have ways around that. We use generalities and stuff like that. And you as agents, just by nature, you guys probe. And that's good. You should actually ask those questions. If the lender can't tell you, that's totally fine, but they should be able to give you a generality as to what you're looking at.
Yeah, and then one quick question, Sean. So, also talk about, if you don't mind, not a question, but basically just I want you to remind everybody, especially those of us that are newer to the business, what if I have a client that is unsure about financing or about the lender, remind us all, your job is not here to poach clients and take people away from lenders. If they have a relationship, you literally just want to assist us in making sure that we, number one, have a client that's fully qualified. And, Sean doesn't want you guys to just use him to verify stuff. Don't get me wrong, but Sean, you're here to help.
Right.
I mean, bottom line.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. The overall success of Century 21 Preferred is in my best interest, guys. I have an office here, okay? I want you guys to succeed. And if that means that I do a cross qualification and have a conversation with the other lender just to make sure that they've checked all the boxes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I am not trying to poach it. I'm not trying to create a relationship with their borrower or anything like that. And I make sure that it's very, very clear right up front when I have that conversation with the other lender that I am not here to try and steal that deal. I'm here to verify that they actually did their job. The reason that I do that is because, as you guys know, it's probably a 50-50 split. There's 50% of us loan people that actually do the work and do the job up front and make sure that everything is proper before that offer is submitted. And then there's 50% that just look at it and they go, yeah, smells, looks kind of good. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Here you go. You don't want to be dealing with those lenders. And I'll be able to sniff that out for you, and I will communicate that back to you. And then at least you know what to prepare for during that transaction period.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean. And just real quick, if you can, just fill us in on what interest rates have been doing, what the projections are looking like for 2021, at least the first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. So interest rates right now are kind of holding steady. I just priced out a VA, fantastic FICO scores, everything. Not paying any points, actually giving them a little bit of a lender credit. They were 2.4% on a purchase. Refinances, surprisingly, some of the EARL rates, interest rate reduction loans for VA, we've seen those as low as 2.25%. Crazy, crazy. As far as conventional is concerned, you're looking at about 2.5% to 3%, right around in that range. They are holding kind of steady. Today's chaos in the market and things like that is just due to, you know, the chaos going on at the Capitol right now. So I think the bond markets are kind of fluctuating. People are panicking a little bit. But I don't think that's something that's going to hold today. I think that you guys can count on interest rates right around that 3% range. So if you're getting a potential client that's asking, well, where rates are, or, you know, what's going on with the loan, you know, the loan world and things like that, definitely don't get into that arena. I don't get into the arena with the real estate questions at all. I refer them right back to their agent. Just know that interest rates are at 3% or possibly lower on purchase transactions.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. Guys, again, I just want to say congratulations. Great start to the new year. Richard also chatted and put a little comment on here. You know, this is another thing. So first of all, DU approval, it's a must. If you're working with anybody that's purchasing in today's market, it is a must, not a nicety. You want to have them fully qualified with a DU approval. Also, you want to start kind of looking into those DU approvals because, side note, Chris Holden is on the call. I know him and Chris, who've had an amazing year. They had a DU approval that came in, you know, for a client that was offering $1 million VA loan. And the very first line, right, Chris, what did it say on there? It said, this exceeds the VA loan limit. So even though it was a DU approval, they had to go back and say, well, wait a minute, are you putting any money down? Because this exceeds, it says it right on the DU. So you want to make sure and look at those when you receive them if you're representing sellers. And this year, we're going to really dive into listings and working with sellers. So on that note, please write down, again, I know we sent out an email, January 19th. Yes, it is a Tuesday. That marks the beginning of our listing workshop. David has really taken some time, and we've actually worked out a great schedule between the marketing team, David, Amber, myself, everybody included, and we've come up with 4 days, consistent 4-day training. It's going to be a 2-hour virtual class from 11 to 1, starting January 19th. I'm going to actually send out the agenda so you guys can see what we're going to be covering, but I want to cover everything that entails listings because that's our main focus for 2021. So please, please, please do everything you can to make sure that you jump on those calls. We are still sticking to virtual, by the way. Okay. Congratulations. I see Nicole Shetterall. She's newer to our company, closing her first escrow with us. I just want to say a quick kudos. Congratulations. Job well done. Rebecca gives you 2 thumbs up. She said that you were very, very easy to work with and that you did a great job. So keep up the great work. I mean, I could go on and on. Everybody's been doing so much so far. I mean, like I said, Denise and Richard, first escrow so far this year, I believe. Denise actually opened up another escrow. So she opened up actually 3 escrows the first week of January. All right. So Denise is on fire right now. You know, everybody on the call has been doing well. David's been back at it here in the office. We're going to be talking about goals later on this month, but you know, congratulations to everybody. Keep working and make no mistake that the smart, focused, hardworking realtors are going to prosper in 2021. Okay. So with that, I wanted to share how we ended up for 2020. So some of our top agents, Jennifer's actually taking a short little break. She just texted me, so she's not on the call today. But I wanted to share my screen because I got a couple things to go over. And number one is our top agents for 2020. So far, how we've ended up the year. So congratulations to all of our top 10. As you guys can see, we got Jennifer Hultquist coming in at number 1. She did a little bit over $9.8 million in volume. Wendy and Janie is our team here in Temecula. Terry Holiday, ended up very, very strong this year. Chris Finocchio, who's been working with Chris Holden, they had an amazing year this year. Congratulations. Denise Vasquez, Andrea, who's, as some of you guys know, I think this is her 3rd year now in the business. So it just makes me super proud to see everybody and as they grow with our company. Ruth Dowse, Maria Speed, Chris Holden, again, as we said, he's new and working there with Chris. Ellen Beltran, congratulations again for a great year. And David Broden, our trainer extraordinaire, is also in our top 10. Kudos and congratulations to all of you guys. Round of applause for them. Great job. And I am really looking forward to what this year has to bring. So I'm going to unshare my screen for one quick second because if I can find it, it's been a while. Resize window. I wanted to unmute and Shelly Moore, who is new to our team. And I know that some of you saw the email that we sent out just recently where she introduced herself again. Shelly, are you on the call? Dun, dun, dun.
There we go. I'm unmuted now. Can you hear me?
Hey, all right. So real quick, if you don't mind, so welcome Shelly to the call and thank you for sending out that intro email about the marketing. I wanted you to talk a little bit about marketing for 2021 and I'm trying to, I'm trying to stop sharing my screen. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so Shelly Moore, who's new to our team, she's going to be our director of marketing, along with Chris Holden and team. So we got some exciting new plans for this year. But tell us a little bit about that email you sent out just this last week.
Well, hi everybody. Happy New Year. And we're super excited. We just want to make sure that you know that you have a marketing team behind you. And not a lot of other brokerages have that type of support. So the email we sent out was just to make sure you understood how you request some marketing pieces. This past year, they did a great job in getting your work done, but we just wanted to kind of clean it up a little bit and make it easier for us to get the requests and monitor the requests in a timely manner. So we're just asking that you use the link to do your marketing requests rather than texting me or Chris or Janae or anybody or emailing us. Just go right through the link, make your request. You'll get a notification that we've received your request, and then it will be assigned to someone on the marketing team. We just want to make sure that it's all uniform so we don't have any requests that are overlooked because we know they're all important to everybody here and we want to do them in a timely manner. And then just to reiterate that you have that support. You need a social media post, if you need a flyer. What we've started doing is on our private Facebook page, I've started sharing the templates and they're numbered, they're labeled with whether it's social media, whether it's a flyer, and then a number. So it's super easy for you just to look at those templates and say, I want social media post, market data number 1. And then that way we know exactly which template to use and we're not scrolling through or trying to recreate it. That just gets things done quicker and then you have what you need. And also in that email, we sent out the anniversary logos. So we really, really want to be promoting this a major accomplishment with Century 21 50 years. So I sent out 3 logos. So if you haven't let marketing do anything for you, which we hope you will start using marketing, please, please, please promote that 50th anniversary. It's a really big deal. And we want people to know that you're working with the best of the best. So, and also, if any of you, I'm going to be reaching out to a lot of you personally, but if any of you would like to sit down with me and pick my brain and come up with some marketing ideas, or if you're thinking of rebranding yourself or anything like that, I love doing that. So I would love to meet with you and help you set out a marketing game plan.
Awesome, Shelly. Thank you so much and welcome to the team. And
Thank you.
50-year anniversary, that's a huge deal. As she mentioned, we've seen the change in our market. We've seen the change in our industry. We've seen how we've gone to a virtual approach. As I said before, now more than ever, people really value a brand, a name that they trust, respect. It helps you get your foot in the door in this competitive market, you guys. So keep an eye on that. Make sure that you utilize those logos, share that information, be excited about it. I mean, it's a big accomplishment, 50 years in the industry. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen for one quick second so that we can get into 5 action steps that I think everybody should be focusing on right now. Let's see if I can pull it up here. And somebody nod your head. Can you see my screen? Yep. All right, cool. So let me minimize this one. I don't know why this is doing this year, but all right. We got to work with it. Not a big deal. Start from the beginning so you guys don't cheat. So 2021, it is go time. We have to act. Like I said, this is the year that smart, focused, hardworking realtors will prosper. And I did 5 steps, 5 easy things I want you guys to write down, and we're going to talk about this stuff. Number 1, I took this from my good friend, the coach, Jared James, who we had on a call recently. Stop watering dead plants, you guys. It's so funny that, you know, if you come into my office, I mean, I have this big plant in here, and the other day I'm looking at it, it's like, it just, I have the worst green thumb. I can't keep a plant alive to save my life. We have to look at that in our industry and stop watering dead plants. Stop, you know, just get rid of all the bad ideas, all the bad concepts, all the time wasters in 2021. Make a commitment that you will stop the time wasting activities that you're doing this year. We're not going to do it. If it wastes time, it's costing you money, you know, and I did put in there, I want examples of time wasters. I mean, I want you guys to speak up. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but what's a good example of a time waster? Somebody speak up. Still waiting.
Too much time on social media.
So social media is a tricky subject because, you know, some people will say, well, social media is how I get business, or I'm going to market myself. But social media, if you spend too much time on it, is an absolute time waster, right? There are systems that you can put in place. Paul does a great job. He utilizes something like Hootsuite to just pre-plan his posts. Our marketing team can help you figure out how to pre-plan your posts. It's called a content calendar, you guys. Don't waste time all day on social media. So 2021, it's the year we're going to stop watering dead plants. We're not going to force something that isn't going to make us money. You need to, the third little bullet point is one of my favorites. I put, you need to know who your client is that's likely to act this year. And then you need to act on that, right? How many times do we spend time, or how many times do we focus on a farm, so to speak, that we have 400, 500 houses, and what do? We don't know what to do with it. So we send out marketing material, maybe for a month or two. We just waste time, right? You need to focus on your database and see who is likely to buy and sell this year, 2021, and then you need to act on that. You need to be proactive with that. Does anybody want to venture to give me an example of how you can be proactive when reaching out to a client that's likely to buy or sell this year? Somebody other than Amber, who's my star pupil today. Come on, guys.
Actually make a call or do a pop-by gift.
Great idea. A simple phone call, a pop-by gift. You know I see some people that are newer to our company on this call, and they're probably thinking like, well, this is a no-brainer. Trust me, I've been doing this for over 10 years. Some of you have been doing this for over 20 years. It's not a no-brainer. The things that you think are the simplest are the things that we need to go back to doing, is the basics. So don't waste your time with time-wasting activities. Don't waste your time with people who are not likely to act this year, okay? Farm with a purpose. When I say farm with a purpose, that means, which we're gonna get into database, because obviously I've been really promoting the database this year. You have to farm with a purpose. You have to track your actual results and nurture those clients. And we have tools that we'll get into that we can help you nurture those relationships. But step number 1, action plan number 1, make a commitment. I want everybody to commit right now. We're eliminating all the bad ideas that we did this year, right? I'm not going to keep spending $500 a month on, XYZ platform if it's not making me any money, if it hasn't made me money last year, okay? Don't waste your time. Brian Buffini talks about the ABC clients. You guys have heard, some of you have heard of that before, prioritizing your clients alphabetically. The A's are the most likely to refer you business and do business this year. The B's are, they know you, but do they really know to refer you business or to call you if they need to do something? They really like you, but would they call you if they need to buy and sell? Well, you need to think about that and then categorize that like, hey, I know my neighbor knows I do real estate, but would they call me if they're ready to sell? Well, I need to make a priority to make that person an A client, right? So then he goes all the way to the D's. And what's a D client? Using good words, not bad words. What is a D client? It is the button on your laptop. It's called delete, right? Those are the clients that you need to delete. So Brian Buffini has been coaching that for years. So it's the same concept, but action step number 1, we need to stop watering dead plants. They're not going to bring us any money. They're not going to come back to life. Okay? So we're good on step number 1. Any questions or comments about that, or any examples of time wasters before I move on to number 2?
I just had a thought. You
Yes,
know
ma'am.
how they say when they're trying to get you to clean out your closet, so you look through your wardrobe or whatever, and if you haven't used it like in the last 3 months to a year, out it goes. I was thinking the same thing for clients. If they haven't touched base with you, if you've been consistent to trying to text them, email them, or call them, and they haven't reached out to you, just put them in the dead pile.
That's right. That's right. And focus on, well, we're going to get into step number 2, but you're absolutely right. You have to filter out and sort through your database, know who your client is this year in 2021 that's likely to act, and then you got to act on it. You can't just, oh, I know Maria's going to buy something this year, but she'll call me when she's ready. It's not going to happen, right? We have to be proactive, if that makes sense. So that was step number 1. I hope you guys are writing this down. Yes, I will share the screens, but write it down. It makes it more fun. Okay.
Felipe, this is Richard.
Richard, yes, sir.
Just real quickly, I mean, you need to try to actually physically meet with clients or customers. And I know it's a hard time during COVID and stuff, but many people one-on-one, if you can meet them, even at Starbucks, whatever, just to get a pick of exactly what they want. Because I met this client, my listing here that Denise bought. I started meeting with them last May.
Wait, say that again. Last what?
Last May.
Last May. So you nurtured them for a long time.
Correct.
Yeah, good job. I mean, and he's absolutely right. Just because we've gone virtual, give the option to the client, because we are virtual, but at the same time, we do have the ability to meet in our conference room. We keep it sanitized. We keep it clean. You guys clean up after your meetings. We wear our masks. We practice social distancing. So we can accommodate our clients. And Richard's exactly right. Some people will definitely not want to meet in person right now. You can accommodate them with a virtual call. Okay. But you have to act on the clients that are likely to act this year. So if you take away anything from this, take away that right there. Know who the client is that's going to act this year and act on that today. Okay. This is giving you action steps, things to do in your daily business right now. Eliminating bad ideas is definitely a good one. I know sometimes we like to hold on, or if you look at my office, you'll see my plants, you'll say, man, Felipe, just throw away that plant already. But it's hard to do, but we got to do it. All right, so number 2, I've been preaching about the database. So 2021 is going to be the year of, and the agents that are going to be successful are going to be the ones that are having and working and utilizing an actual working database. Number 2, we are going to create a working database. Why am I stressing the word working database? I'll give you an example. I bet you anything that, I don't know how many people we have on the call, maybe half of you have some form of a database. In other words, a list of names and numbers. How many of you have it set up to automatically send information, newsletters, emails, something on a monthly basis? Probably none of us, right? Not very many of us. So we have to create our database. And the very first bullet point is create it. If you don't have a database, guys, make a commitment today. You will start one, create one, focus on one, work on one. You got to start one. You have to start one. There's not one successful agent in this valley that does not have a working database. Okay? If you want to succeed and increase your business, you have to do it. So create a database. But what if I've been in the business 10 years, or like Maria Speed, I hit the 300, I have a database. Well, now if you have a database, you have to work the database. Work the database if you have it, okay? What is the plan? How are you going to work the database? Let's talk about it. I mean, you can categorize your database. Actually, I have that in my last bullet point, so we'll get to that in a second. But make sure, if you don't have one, you have to start one today. Does Century 21 offer a database? Yes, we do. It's called Zap, okay? Email us after if you're new or if you don't know, and we will share that with you. But you have to work the database in order to make it successful. Add to your database every single day. Make a commitment. We're going to add to the database every single day. Every single day. Now, again, I'm giving you things to do as a new agent, as an experienced agent, as an agent that's at the top of their game that wants to excel and do even better. You have to constantly be adding their database. Is David Gordon on the call? David, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm here.
You are. David, tell us roughly how many people you have in your database. And by the way, David Gordon, I think, ended up the year with a little bit over 17, 18 transactions this year.
Correct.
Okay, great job. Amazing job, right? I wish we all could close 17, 18 deals this year. But most of those deals, and if you don't know David from before, David used to get a lot of his business from door knocking, okay, face to face. So 2020, threw a curveball at him and said, hey, you can't door knock. Some of you can't do open houses. You can't door knock. You can't do some of those things that we used to do to produce business. So thank goodness he has over, I think, I want to say 800 to 1,000 people in his database.
It's about 1,200 contacts right now in the Zap database.
So 1,200 contacts, probably a good 100 of those are like test contacts, people that like myself or whatever. But if you really narrow it down, I mean, he probably has a good 400 to 600 people out of 1,200 that are workable that he can act on, if that makes sense. And if you look at that, it's a numbers game. The average rate of return on anything you do is 1 to 3%. So you take 1%.
If I could say what I really like about the database, the Zap database is the one that I use, is it markets your website for you. So if you can master your website, you market to all of those people your website. So they get to all see your website, and then it's got touch points on it. So it's sending out however many touch points you want, whether it's 6, 10, 15, or 24 touch points. So it's a drip system as well. So they're constantly communicating with you. And then, like you were saying, Felipe, the bulk email is a huge tool. Every time I send out a bulk email, I get several responses every time I send one out.
Absolutely.
So that is a huge tool that's marketing. So anybody that that you've contacted with, whether you met them at a grocery store, a chamber event, door knocking, whatever you did when you met these people, an off-city lead, put them in your Zap database because it's going to market it for you. Like you said, Felipe, I was really worried about 2020. How is it going to end up? I can't do any face-to-face marketing. Well, I dove into my database with all of my previous clients, and that is what saved me in 2020, I will say. So thank you very much, but that's my take on it. That's my opinion.
No, I appreciate it. And, not only saved you, but I mean, you prospered. I mean, you had over 15 transactions. So if you're new and on this call, I hope you're listening to this and you understand the importance of having a database. If you're experienced and on this call, I hope you understand the value of this. Start a database. We are going to show you this year how to really, Brian Buffini used to say, squeeze the juice, right? We're going to squeeze the juice out of our database. So I put hashtag 300 because we need to get 300 people, names, contacts into our database. I'm not giving up on that. You're going to constantly hear me talk about that. David has 1,200. Maria has hit finally 300. Some of you have hit that number. Guess what? That project never ends. You're constantly working the database. Okay. So that is where you get your clients for life. And we're going to show you how to do that. So make sure you work the database. The third bullet point, get in the habit of setting reminders. On Zap, when you use the CRM, there's a button that says reminders. I think it's an amazing tool because it allows you to schedule tasks for yourself on a daily basis. If I'm experienced or new, it doesn't matter. If you set reminders, don't forget to call so-and-so to schedule even if it's an oil change, just get in the habit of setting reminders, because it's going to force you to log in and check every single day your CRM system. Okay. But it's an amazing tool, because when you start setting reminders, you're helping yourself or forcing yourself to start picking up the phone and making some contacts. Okay. Reaching out to those people that, man, I haven't heard from Amber in 6 months. I wonder if she still is interested. Hey, Amber, it's Felipe. I haven't heard, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, no answer. What does she become? She's not an A client, right? So again, stop watering dead plants. But if I pick up the phone, call David, and he answers and he's there, and yeah, I'm still interested, still looking, blah, 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 getting pre-qual, need a lender. Now you have something to do. So, I thought somebody was going to say something. So get in the habit of setting reminders. It gives you something to do, and it forces you to pick up the phone. The fourth thing I put is, it's very simple to do a mass email. Okay, so when you're with the CRM system, and by the way, if you're not tech savvy and you're having a hard time with Zap, please reach out to Amber and I. Schedule some time so we can go over it with you, hopefully virtually or in person here at the office. But it's easier than being on the phone. But we can walk you through separating your contacts into groups. And when you think of groups, keep in mind, you guys, it's very easy. If I had 1,200 people in my database, every single time I get a new listing, I would send out an email to my entire group of 1,200 people. Hey guys, David here, just wanted to shoot out. There's a brand new listing. And oh, by the way, I don't have listings. So guess what? Every time Century 21 Preferred has a listing, you can send out an email to all of your sphere of influence, all of your database. Hey guys, there's a new listing, just hit the market. Great for first-time home buyers, great for investment. Give me a call if you have any questions about real estate. Okay? It takes 1 second to click the button, and that email goes out to 1,200 people. That's the importance of the database. Any comments on the database portion? And number 2. There's a quiz at the end. All right, number 3. So look at my bullet point. I put this as number 3 because I didn't want to lose everybody and start off by saying set a goal. But unfortunately for all of you guys, if you want to increase your business in 2021, I'm sorry, but we have to have a plan. You have to set a goal. I did purposely put this as number 3 because I didn't want to lose you guys when I said the word goal and you guys are thinking, oh, great, we got to set a goal. I don't know. Maria's showing something. I can't see. Plan your work your plan. Yeah. It's so true. Without a goal in mind, you guys, there's I'm sorry, but nobody on this call can tell me, oh no, I don't need a goal. I never use it. We all see our production, you guys. Nobody on this call would not benefit from doubling their business. Not one of you. Okay? But there's no way you can double your business if you don't have a plan of action. And if you don't set a goal. I set goals for the company. I set goals for each of you individually. I set goals for myself. And I would expect that you guys take it serious and set a goal for yourselves this year. I said it in the beginning of the meeting, smart focused agents, hardworking agents are the ones that are going to prosper this year. Make some time, set a goal. Is Aaron Johnson on the call? I can't see everybody. Aaron, are you on the call? Patrick? Let me see, I got to scroll through here. Kim Buckingham, I think you're on the call, right? Nobody's mic works today. David, are you on the call, man? Save me here. Somebody save me.
David's driving.
Oh, David, you're driving. Keep 10 and 2, buddy. Chris Pinocchio. I need somebody to drop some knowledge. Chris Pinocchio, you're on mute.
Oh, good.
So Chris Pinocchio is a perfect example of somebody that doesn't believe in goals. So I want to get him on the call. He's cracking up. But Chris, I guarantee you will not tell me that you cannot benefit from doubling your business. And even though maybe you haven't set goals in the past, maybe you understand the value of setting goals. And I want you to chime in. I mean, he's still there, Chris, is he not?
Yeah. He's here.
He's there. Chris, come on.
He's working on a deal, he says.
He's working on a deal. Hey, you're almost, I bet you anything, if you had a goal, you'd be the #1 sales agent of the whole company. But in all seriousness,
I have a goal for the agents that they should have. How about cleaning your emails?
cleaning your emails.
Yeah, because if you guys say, oh, I just get so many emails, well, you probably could stay on top of your stuff if you had a cleaner inbox.
Yeah, and you know, it really goes back to not wasting time, you know, starting fresh, you know, so step number 1, not watering dead plants, you guys, eliminating time wasters. Go through your inbox. And Shelly, because you got a background, so I can't see the paper. I know you're holding up a paper, but we can't read it because of the background. But that's a good point, Rebecca. So just eliminate, you know, the old emails, go through, filter out, get ready to start off the new year. And I don't know if there's 30, 40 people on the call. I mean, I'm glad because these are the people that are ready to work for this year. You know, have a plan, make a plan. Even if you've been in business 15 plus years, you guys, I know that you can benefit from doubling your business, and there's no way it's not just going to happen. It is not going to just happen. Okay. Not one of you can tell me that it's just going to happen. You have to set a goal for yourself. Come talk to me if you need help with that. Focus on the process over results. Process is what turns into results. And let me explain that. And Shelly, go ahead. Were you going to say
Well,
something?
I was just going to jump in on that time, how important time blocking is.
Yes.
And so if you're focusing on the process and the income producing activities that you need to be doing, you've got a time block, because it's easy to let the minutia just take up 3 or 4 hours of the day. Or like Maria said, it's easy to lose time on social media and watching what everybody's doing during your business day when
Right.
you need to be focused on your business. So I just really encourage you to set up time. Like, what time are you going to work on social media? Is it for an hour a day? Then block it. What time are you going to work on, you know, whatever, your marketing? Block it. So then you know what you're going to be doing all day.
Well, absolutely true. And so kind of leads into number 3, which is very important on here. You have to learn how to focus on the process over the results. And I heard that from I think it was Jared James also, which is, it just stuck with me because it's so true. I'll give you a perfect example for the new year. Everybody's on new year, new me kick. We want to lose weight. We want to do this. We want to do that. They're called resolutions. Well, guess what happens if you step on the scale and the scale tells you that you haven't dropped a pound? Do you blame the scale, or do you blame, right? So Paul's saying, yeah, I blame the scale. You don't blame the scale. You blame the fact that, you know what, it's not working, or my keto diet, my vegan diet, my this diet, I'm not working out enough. You know, it's the process that turns into results. Don't blame the scale. You got to focus on the process and figure out what is it that I need to do to change or to make the results what I want them to be. Okay. Ask yourself those questions. What process are you willing to follow on a daily basis? What am I doing differently this year? How many conversations am I going to have a day, a week, etc.? You know, you have to focus on the process, not the results. Okay. So I'm going to go into number 4. Number 4, and this one's very important, you guys. I used to do this in my own business. Force yourself to message, and I'm talking about social media. I'll explain in a second. Message everybody that you know at least once this year. At least once. You know, we are in a time right now. Communication is the easiest it's ever been. I mean, we can pick up phones, emails, chats, Google chats, do this, do that, but we failed to attempt to communicate with our clients. We failed to communicate, even though communication is the easiest it's ever been. Okay. There's so many ways you can tweet it. You can do this, you can do that. But we still failed to do it. We're shy. We're scared. Right. So I want everybody to force themselves to message everybody that they have, and think of social media and think of Facebook messaging. Okay. It has to be personal, short and sweet. Hey, Paul, happy New Year. How's it going? Hey, look, you know, good luck this year in your real estate career and your business. Let's kick ass in 2021. If Paul doesn't work here and he's an agent and I'm an agent, right? And I just say that, he'll be like, all right, cool. You will surprise yourself at how many responses you get. But why would I message another realtor? Why would I message another realtor that doesn't even work at this company?
Build rapport. So they recognize your
Ooh.
name. And when an offer comes in, they'll be like, hey, isn't that lady that's always like touching base with me?
You nailed it. You nailed it, Maria. So, this business right now, especially in this year, Richard Hainline, we just said 8, 9, or 10 offers that he had. At some point, it's not always exactly what it's who you know also. And by having a good reputation, a good name in the business, and by building rapport with other agents, it comes in handy. There have been a handful of deals that have been accepted last year just because they knew the agent. That's how big that is. Okay. So when I'm saying social media, I'm not talking about, and Richard said I had 14 offers. That's huge in 2 days. So I'm not talking about just your friends and family, but let me ask you this. I mean, how many of you that are new in this business, which I should ask you to introduce yourselves in a second, that are new to our company and to this business, have you reached out to every single person that you know? How are they going to know that you're in real estate now? Right? Or, Amber's been in the business, or somebody's been in the business 5 years, or David, he's been in the business, 5 going on 6 years. How do they know that he's a realtor, right? Just because he's cool like that? No, trust me, he works, right? What does he do? He reaches out. He used to door knock. He would hold events at his community. But if we think about social media, we all have it for the most part. If you go on the messenger section and you literally just put a quick little blog, just a quick little, hey, Ellen, Happy New Year. So happy that, we got to work together last year or whatever, or I'm so happy that you got your forever home. I'm always here. If you need anything, let me know what I can do to help. You will be amazed at how many responses you will get. And I guarantee you, if we all have about 300, 400, 500 people in your social media platforms, 1% return, you're going to get some business out of it. Okay. I see some of you putting in the chat box. Sully said, hey, send email Christmas cards and New Year's. That's great. Paul, I think you sent out a Christmas card personalized to every single person in our property management that we manage. It's over 100 properties, guys. So you will be amazed. And I guarantee you, if you start messaging everybody, not just clients, not just, past clients, but every single person, you'll get a response. And you might be lucky enough to get a question about, well, how is the market? How is real estate? Right? That's where you jump. That's where you say, hey, that's what I'm here for. Okay. So you'll be shocked at the results. Let them know that you're there for everything. Same concept as a database I put on there. But again, 100 friends, hey, 1 sale minimum. I used to do it every single year when I was practicing real estate. Every single year I got 1 deal minimum by doing just that. Okay. So I hope that that's worth it, just that by itself. Last but not least, I really want 2021 to be the year that everybody in our company takes full advantage of our tools, our training, everything that we offer that makes you money. I'm not talking about, just the fact that, oh, we have free Wi-Fi in the building. I'm talking about the tools that we bring you that make you money. When I say tools, I mean making you money. 2021, I'm reading here. It says, really dive into what our offices offer and set it up on autopilot, you guys. So think of this. I put, of course, the CRM system. We talked about Zap. But has every single person, every agent here, have you opted into our Just Sold postcards that we work with you every time you sell a house? Even if you haven't sold a house, sign up for it. Email Amber, say, I want info about Just Sold postcards, so that it's automatically created when you sell your first house. It's done, okay? Preferred Client Club. That is the cheapest, most affordable way to stay in touch with your clients, bar none. I've seen nothing cheaper than that, okay? You want more information? Shelly's gonna talk about that during our listing workshop, and you can always email us and Amber will send you information. Newsletters. I know a lot of you are getting big on newsletters right now. Guess what? We have them already set up for you on 21 Online. You can pick them, automatically send them out, okay? Now, are they gonna have 6 pages of stuff? No, but it's free and it's on there. It's a 1-page newsletter. That's all you really need, okay? The free live concierge by Move Easy. So something we started last year. No one's really taken advantage of it. There was one agent, and I don't remember if it was Maria Speed, but somebody actually used the live concierge and their client was ecstatic. They loved it. Okay. So just another thing to help you make your job easier and make you look like a star. Floor time. We had a walk-in yesterday for a $700,000 to $800,000 buyer that is selling their house in Carlsbad. Walked in the door. I had nobody on floor. So whoever was here ended up getting it. If you're not informed about Zap and OpCity, okay, those are internet leads. Email Amber for information about that. We have a videographer that comes once a month to the offices to help you guys record a video about anything that you choose on me. We are paying for that for you guys. Take advantage of it. And then this one's a big one, the renter conversion plan that Paul, Richard, and Sean put together. If you missed our call a couple weeks ago, it's insane, you guys. We're going to be talking more about that. But again, I was here yesterday and I picked up 3 phone calls. They were all rentals. Hey, do me a favor, go to mypreferredapp.com, click on the application. They just have to type in your name and that's it. You're done. And guess what? Maybe you get a referral check for a rental if they end up getting a rental down the road. Okay. It's that simple because they have taken the time to help create this for you guys. Presentation templates, marketing team templates that Shelly said that we're going to be doing monthly. We have so much stuff, but these are the main focal points that I want you guys to think about. And ask yourself, have I researched this? Do I know about this? Do I know how to utilize this? Okay. So let me stop sharing my screen. So I've said a lot, but those are 5 plans. So who wrote them down? I'm going to pick on you. Ready? Here we go. Rebecca, what are they? No, I'm just kidding. 5 action steps that you have to take. I want to hear questions, comments. I want to hear feedback. What do you guys think? Any questions about any of those 5? And you got to unmute.
No, I think they're pretty good.
So Richard said pretty good, and then somebody said something?
I was going to say, I love the idea of, making everything automatic. So I'm anxious for the classes and stuff to help us kind of actually get there, because I know for me, I get too caught up in looking at like the various scripts or emails or whatever, and I overthink it. So I know it's more important to just get it in there, not worry so much about the minute details.
Yeah, it's true, because, when we think about, we need to take action. We know that we need to be doing X, Y, Z, but we come up with every single reason why I can't take that step. This morning I went on my first run that I've gone on in, I don't know how long. I seriously sat in bed for about 35 minutes thinking why I shouldn't go or what excuse I could make up. I was checking to see if I had flat tire pictures in my phone to send to Paul to say, sorry, I can't go. I got a flat tire. It just, you have to force yourself to take action. So it goes back to stop watering dead plants, right? If I know I need to do something, let's get informed. Let's find out. You can wait for the class, absolutely, but get ahead of the curve, ask the questions so we can help you guys. I did see on there on the chat, Nicole Shetterall says that her clients love the concierge. So I'm so happy that you use that. If you want to share some info about that, please do so. But again, it's a free concierge for life that now takes it away from you, that you don't have to worry about the phone calls of, hey, my water heater broke, or hey, what's the number to blah, blah, blah. They can get that information from the concierge, but you stay top of mind, if that makes sense.
And it's simple to put in your own contacts on that too.
Actually, that's a great point. I forgot to mention the MoveEasy platform, the concierge platform.
Yeah.
It allows you to input your preferred vendors into a list, into a website, so that they always have access to who you recommend. I think I know who you recommended for AC, right, Nicole? So, but it allows you to put in your preferred vendors on there. All right, so it's a great service. Ray says stay in contact is very important. He says, but then if I stay in contact, I can't retire, LOL. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's been trying to get out of the business for the last 5 years, and then people keep calling him. So visit the new homes and know how they work the wait list. That's a great point. If we have no inventory of homes for sale, you have to know the inventory of new home builders, but guess what? They're tied up too. They're pretty much sold out. So how does that process look and how does it work? I know Ray's been into that. David, you've been going and taking some people out and looking at new homes so that they can learn the process. Get that information up front, you guys. What else? What's a step that somebody thinks they can take that they want to implement right away out of those 5? Lori, what do you got? I think
Got a quick question, Felipe. On the Move Easy concierge, can I sign my client up that I'm out looking for a new home right now?
yes.
Okay, that's great.
Yes, you can. And we're going to have to go back and look for all the information that we used to talk to you guys about and share with you about these things. But now that we have Shelly here, she's going to really dive in and get the information on all this stuff to help us understand how to really utilize Preferred Client Club, which I think, we're just not taking advantage of, and the Move Easy concierge. Okay. So yes, to answer your question, yes. But they know, Ray said they know the sites. So yeah, so we'll go over the process of how to sign people up for that stuff. Okay. Any other questions? I want to know, what is somebody going to try to implement immediately out of the 5? That's a trick question. You should implement all 5, but somebody share with me, what are you going to do?
I have already categorized my people in Zap, but I need to set the auto, like the auto connects and stuff. So that'll be my goal.
Awesome. I see somebody new. I don't want to pick on you, but it's last name Jimenez, the Jimenez team over here. You're new to our company. Welcome. Can you unmute your?
Yes.
What's going on?
Yeah,
How are you? Well, first of all, who are you? So you can introduce yourself.
My name is Alma Jimenez, and my husband's Miguel Jimenez. We were gonna be working as a team, and we're brand new. And like you were mentioning, I'm not too computer savvy, but I'm getting there. I'm trying to do my best, and I'm gonna start working on Zap. I already did with my contacts. I've been working with them.
Good.
And it seems like we have 3 prospective buyers. So we're working.
Excellent. And do you have a social media account?
Pardon me?
Do you use social media?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, great. So you could take advantage of the social media plan.
Yes.
You can take that step, and then we'll give you a couple scripts that you can use, especially being newer to the business.
Yes.
Joyce, what are you going to do out of the 5? I see you over there. What do you got? Come on. Which one are you going to go to first?
Yeah, I was on the phone most of the time of the meeting. I was going to ask you if it was recorded.
It is recorded.
I had to take a call and I missed most everything.
It is recorded, and so you'll be able to watch it again. But Joyce, you and I sat down. We did goals in the very beginning when you first started with me, and you had a goal to just kind of fill the gap of income that you were giving up, so to speak, right? So
I've more than done that for the last 3 years.
She's done that every single year, you guys.
Yeah.
Again, you have to set the goals up for yourself. If you're going to do one thing, make sure you have a plan. Shelly said to be terrific, you got to be specific with the goals. Focus on the process, not the results. Don't focus on the results. Focus on the process. What are you doing to get that phone to ring, to get that buyer seller to get off the fence, to get them back into the market? Okay. First meeting of the year. That's it. Nobody has any other comments? Nothing. So here's what I'm going to end with. I'm going to remind you guys, somebody mentioned forbearance the other day to me. Okay. Forbearance is something that if it happens, when it happens in 2021, okay, where people have to, and thank you for putting hashtag 300, get that database filled up. Forbearance is going to take place at some point in 2021. We don't know exactly when. Those people that haven't been able to pay their mortgage, that time is going to come due where they're going to have to make payments or make a decision, okay? No one really knows when that's going to happen in 2021, but a lot of people have ideas and suggestions and thoughts and whatever. What I say is don't focus on that, because in any up market, down market, it doesn't matter if we're inundated with forbearance and foreclosures, our house is going to sell. Yes. If there is no forbearance for 2021, our house is going to sell. Yes. It doesn't matter. we will adapt, if that makes sense. Okay. Right now, the people that have not made payments, the number of people that have not made payments on their mortgage has actually declined the last 3 months. It's declined. Property management, we own over 100 properties that we manage. And Paul, I think last report was there was one out of over 120 something properties that was behind on their rent payment. Think about that. So I know that we're in a pandemic. It's a tough time for a lot of individuals, but everybody's still making their payments. They're paying their rent on time, or I should say a majority of people are. And guess what? If we do get into a foreclosure market, we will adapt and we will still sell houses, okay? But I guarantee you, if you focus on taking listings, we will not have anything to worry about with this market. We're going to really, really take the time to focus on that workshop. I hope to see everybody there. There's only one form, one disclosure. Before I wrap this up real quick, there's one disclosure that I want to remind you all that is new to this year. Let me just get to it real quick. And I lost it. It is the high fire hazard disclosure, okay? Does anybody remember when that is required? I thought I had it on my screen. Anybody remember when that's required? A property that is built before 2010. If the home is built before 2010, or if it's in a high fire hazard area, you need to have that new disclosure, okay? Make sure you take a look at it. Other than that, there's really no new forms or disclosures that you need to include, because everything that's required is already included in your purchase contract / listing contracts, okay? We'll dive more into that later. And then if you haven't had a chance to go into contracts in 2021, they have changed how you access your forms. Amber was nice enough. She has a step-by-step tutorial with arrows pointing how you get to your disclosures on Zip Forms. It's through Lone Wolf now, okay? Some of you have seen it. Some of you haven't accessed forms. Amber's going to email that out today so you guys can have that. Take a look at it. The MLS has an updated look as well, but nothing's really changed. It's all the same stuff, okay? Guys, I'm excited for this year. Stick to the plan. I love how Shelly said, to be terrific, you got to be specific. You got to be specific. Stick to the goals. Does anybody have any new listings they want to share before we let the call go, so we can hopefully get some more sides sold here in-house? Anybody have any new properties coming up, buyer needs, wants?
I do.
Nora, what's up, Nora? Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year to you all. I have one new listing in Paseo del Sol coming up next week, and it's going to be, it's almost 3,000, it's 2,960 square feet. The lot is almost 14,000. It's in a cul-de-sac, and it's going to be $665.
Wow, $665, great price point. Congratulations, that's awesome. When is it going to go live?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. So again, if you have buyers, don't wait until it goes live. Make sure to reach out to Nora Barnacchia right away. Send her an email, a tweet, or a text.
Text me, please.
Yeah, text her. Who else? New listings. Great job. Who else has a new listing?
I hardly text.
Yeah. I was like, don't tweet her. Don't tweet her. New listings.
I might be having one.
Coming up.
Oh, wait. Who's that?
Tammy Ogle.
Tammy, what's up, Tammy? Happy New Year. What do you got?
Happy New Year. I have a condo coming up in Eastville off the 15 and Limonite next week for $377. It's in units, 2 master bedrooms, 1 downstairs, 1 up. Very, very nice. 1,200 square feet in a great neighborhood.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Did you say the price? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the price.
$377.
377. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Eastville. All right, we got
2-car garage attached. It's a beautiful place.
Awesome.
What's the address? Tell me, or what's the street again?
6382. I sold it to them about 8, 9, 10 years ago. I don't remember. It was quite a while ago. 6382 Delgado Lane, DELGADO Lane. I'm getting photographers going out there this weekend. So as soon as I get the pictures back from him, I'll go live on it.
Okay.
Somebody else? Anybody else have a listing?
It's
coming up?
moving ready though.
Awesome.
I have one coming up, hopefully
Ellen, what do
very
you got?
soon.
Happy New Year. What do you got?
Well, I have a senior home in Sun City that I sold to this gentleman a few years back. He's been using it as a rental. Now he's getting ready to sell. He wants to get out of the rental business. So he's been fixing it up, painting, carpeting, appliances in the kitchen. I'm not quite sure where he is in the stage of getting it set, but as soon as he gets it ready, I'll be getting the listing on it.
Okay. And did you say price point roughly?
We're looking at probably 275, 280. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's not one of the older web homes. I don't know how many people are familiar with the different builders there, but it's a Presley. I believe it was built in 1980, right around that area. It's a real nice house, and it's got a little putting green in the backyard.
Nice. I love it. Congratulations. Well, it's going to go quick. And again, the whole purpose of this, you guys, is, as Richard is saying, coming soon works. You know, you want to build up that anticipation that you know, it's really exciting. It's nice to know that, you know, you don't have to stress about, oh man, is this thing going to sell? Is it going to move? You're getting calls right away. So if you can share them before they go live, it's to give the information to us so we can know what's coming soon. Get that information to your clients. Post it on social media, you guys. Share as much as you can. Let's get the word out there. Who else has a listing? Or Rebecca, what's up?
I don't have a listing, but I do want to say, on your guys' NHD report, on the signature page, you're going to see that high fire verbiage on there, and it'll say yes or no. So when you guys get your NHD reports, you need to take a look at that, just to double check, to make sure if you're going to need that disclosure.
So anything prior to 2010 or in a high fire zone. So NHD
Right.
report on the signature page will tell you yes or no if it's in a high fire hazard area. So that way you're aware. Just get in the habit of getting used to seeing that form, because we're going to probably be seeing it a lot. Thank you guys so much. And if there's no more listings or anything else, we'll make sure to get this information out to everybody. Yeah, we do know that Brian is sick. And actually, Brian was on the call. Brian, I see Brian. He was showing himself earlier. There he is. How you feeling, buddy?
Like crap.
Oh, man.
This sucks.
Yeah.
And the ones that had it, I know how you feel.
Hang tough,
That
man.
sucks.
You know,
The girls are worse though.
What's that?
The girls are worse.
Michaela got it worse?
Yeah. Her and her daughter, they got it worse. I'm their nurse.
Man.
My cousin just died from COVID 2 weeks ago.
Thank you for the
Lives in Apple
positive
Valley.
reinforcement, Tammy.
No, seriously though, I'm sending you prayers. No, I didn't. When it hits home, you realize how serious it is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, Tammy. Just messing with you.
And we got to take it serious, and we do. And, you know, I hope that, you know, nobody else has to go through this again. You know, you guys, it's a serious issue. It's been going around. It's getting worse. So do what you can to make sure that we don't, you know, spread it around. I mean, if you're not feeling well, don't come in. Don't come into the office. If you're in the office, have your mask handy. Always wear your mask. That's what we've been doing. Just, you know, we got to take it seriously. We've been taking it seriously, and we got to stay in communication throughout the whole process. So, Brian, we're all rooting for you. You know, we had an old saying in the Marine Corps: when you're feeling sick, just take a Motrin and change your socks. You'll be fine. All right. So he's laughing. He knows what I'm talking about. You guys, you know, let's get after it this year. We have to have a plan. If you want to get together one-on-one, let's do it. Okay. Sick, lame, and lazy list. Yeah, he's on it right now. You guys, let's enjoy the rest of the week. Have a great rest of the week. Let's get after it. Any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Okay. I'm going to cut it right there. Talk to you guys soon. Here we go. Bye-bye. Stop recording.